Hello students, welcome to AIMS India online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are discussing about water. It is too little to waste, isn't it? So about this water we have seen some concepts in the earlier sessions, like what are the different sources of water, how it is available to us, and what are the important uses of water, how to conserve the water. These are all concepts we have seen in the earlier sessions. Now we are going to see a practice sheet related to this chapter. That is practice sheet 2, which includes questions like multi-correct answer type, comprehension, matrix matching, analytical approach, statement type. These are different kinds of questions we are going to see now on this chapter water. Okay, let us start with multi-correct answer type questions. See the first question here. Which of the following contaminate water? Contamination means making it pollute. See in the given uh, which will make the water polluted: fertilizers, pesticides, human waste, and oxygen. Which will make the water polluted or contaminated? Yes, except oxygen, because oxygen makes the water fresh, aerated water it becomes. So it helps in growing of plants and animals inside the water. But except that, if you see the remaining fertilizers, pesticides, human waste, these all will pollute the water. They will contaminate the water. Now, what will be correct answer now? These three. See the next one. How is surface water used? Surface water means the water available on the surface of the earth is called surface water. It available in the water bodies like lakes, rivers, rivers, streams, canals. From these all, surface water is available to us. Even the oceans and seas also surface water is there. Now, how it is used? Let us see the given options. For domestic purpose, means in our household, for cooking, for bathing, for washing, for this all we use, isn't it? So this is correct. Next, if you say for irrigation, yeah, yes, more major amount of fresh water is used for the irrigation purpose itself. For cultivation, it is used. Next one, for industrial purpose, even in industries also they use major amount of water. And for cleaning also we use water. For this all we use mostly surface water only, isn't it? Yes, these four are correct options now. Next one, which one of the following is correct about water? See, some statements are given about water here. Let us find which are correct about it. See the first one, without water irrigation of origination of what life was not possible on the earth. Yes, origination of life means survival of the living beings. Without water is not possible. Is it correct? Yes, without water, life is not possible. We cannot survive without water. It is must. So, Earth is the only planet in our solar system which contains oceans of water. Yes, this is the only planet which contains water in the oceans and this large quantity. No other planet has. Next one, water provides habitat for all forms of life. Yes, water provides habitat for all kinds of living things like animals and plants and this all. We can live without water maximum 1 year. Is it true? Of course, without food, we can survive for few days. Without water, even we cannot survive few hours. So water is must. Without water, we cannot survive for few days also. 1 or 2 days we can, but after that, because of dehydration, we may die also. So without water, only 1 or 2 days we can. But it is mentioned here, we can survive maximum 1 year. Is it possible? No, we cannot. This is incorrect statement. Now, remaining three are correct statements. So ABC will be correct answer. See the next one. Which one of the following causes scarcity of water? Means lack of water. Which decreases the sources of water. See here. Overpopulation, will it cause scarcity of water? Yes, because of overpopulation, the people will use more amount of water available for them, so that water sources will be decreased. It causes scarcity of water. This is correct. What about next one? Deforestation. Deforestation means cutting down of trees in large number, so that there will be no water, there will be no rains properly, and hence scarcity of water occurs. Scanty of rainfall means less rainfall. Even this less rainfall also causes uh, scarcity of water. If there is no rainfall, there will be no water to seep into the soil, and the groundwater level decreases, and the water will be not available. Next, heavy rains. Heavy rains causes more availability of water, not a scarcity. So accept this remaining the correct answer. Okay. Next, comprehension passage type questions. First, let us see the passage or paragraph. Based based upon this, we are going to see questions. See the first one. The rainwater and water from other sources such as rivers and ponds seeps through the soil and fills the empty spaces and cracks deep below the ground. The groundwater thus get recharged by this process. Yes, when it rains, what happens? Water seeps into the soil and it enters into the layers of the earth where it reaches the rocky layer. On the rocky layer, this water will be available. That water under the layers of the earth is called groundwater. In this way, by the rainwater and from other sources, groundwater will be recharged. Right? Now let us see some questions based upon this. See, the process of seeping water into ground is called infiltration. It is infiltration. Infiltration means water seeping into the soil and reaches the rocky layer and recharges their groundwater level. That is called infiltration. Next, which of the following will allow water to seep in easily? See here, some are mentioned. Out of these, which will help the water to seep easily into the soil? Marble floor, cement floor, grass lawn, pucca house, which will allow the water to seep into the soil easily? Grass lawn. Grass lawn will allow the water to stand by in a particular place without flowing off, and hence water seeps easily into the soil. Whereas if you see the remaining three, marble floor, cement floor, pucca floor, if rain falls on these floors, if rainwater is fallen on these, that won't allow the rainwater to sink inside. Then what happens? It flow away, but it won't seeps into the soil. So because of this reason, we are facing scarcity of rainwater or groundwater. Water table is being depleted because of these constructions like marble floors, cement floors, and pucca floors. Because of this, water cannot seep into the floor easily. It cannot flow seep into the soil easily. But grass floor or glass lawn or trees, these will allow the water to seep easily. Okay. Now next one, depletion of water table is due to. See here about the depletion of water table it is given. What are the causes for the depletion of water table? See here what they have mentioned. Scanty rainfall. Of course, scanty rainfall means less rainfall. There is no much rain. Some amount, only few amount of water only will sink into the soil, and hence water table will be depleted. It decreases. Even increase in population also. As population increases, people will use more and more amount of water and they dig out more amount of groundwater. It also causes depletion in the water table. Next one, industrial activities. These also will affect the water table because as many industries increases, there is more and more water. So this also causes scarcity of water or deplete water table. So this all will be correct answer now. Next, matrix matching type questions. So you see here they have given two columns. Try to match this. First one, gas. In the column one, it is given where it is mentioned gaseous form of water in column 2, water in the atmosphere. Yes, in the atmosphere, water is present. Is it present? Of course it is. It is, but it is present in the gaseous form. In the form of water vapor, water is present in the atmosphere. The gaseous form of water is called water vapor or simply vapors of water. So in the gaseous form, it is in the atmosphere. Next, where it is just a solid form. Solid form means water in oceans or water in ice caps. Yes, here. Water in ice caps. In the polar regions, if you observe, almost all the mountains will be covered with ice caps. This ice is a solid form of water. Next, liquid form of water. In the oceans, rivers, lakes, these all, they contain water in the liquid form. Next, water harvesting. That is rainwater harvesting, isn't it? Water harvesting means when it rains, preserving that water without wasting it, without flowing it easily into the oceans. It is stored and it is made to seep into the soil and to recharge the groundwater. That is called conservation of rainwater or rainwater harvesting. Okay, now try to match these. See the correct matching. Gaseous form, water in atmosphere; solid form, water in ice caps; liquid form, water in oceans; water harvesting, nothing but rainwater harvesting. Okay, this is correct matching here. Observe it once. Next, assertion reason type questions. See the assertion. Most of the water present on the surface of the earth is not fit for drinking purpose. Yes, most of the water present in the on the surface of the earth is present in oceans and rivers, oceans and seas, which is containing large amounts of salts dissolved in them, which is not suitable for drinking, isn't it? That's true. What reason they have given? Most of the water present on the surface of the earth is salty, that is in the oceans. Both are true here. So what will be correct answer now? A is correct or is a correct explanation of A2, isn't it? Because of being it salty, we cannot use it for drinking or some other purposes. Next, assertion region type questions. This assertion: water cycle maintains total water reserves on the earth. Yes, as because of water cycle, water is being reserved. It is maintained water balance on the earth surface. So because of water cycle, it is happening. Water cycle involves continuous cycling of water into solid, liquid, and gaseous forms of water. This is also correct here. Because of these conversions only, water is maintained on the surface in all the forms properly. Isn't it? That's correct answer. Next, statement type questions. Let us see. See the first statement one here. Glaciers are the sources of fresh water. Ponds are the source of salty water. Which is correct here? Glaciers are the sources of fresh water. Yes, when glaciers in the summer season, they melt and form and produce fresh water in the form of streams. It reaches the rivers. From there we utilize it. So fresh water is available from the glaciers. See the second statement. Ponds are the sources of salty water. Is it true? No. Ponds contain not salty water. It is fresh water only. Of course, there might be some impurities, but it is not salty. Salt water is mostly present in oceans and seas, but not in the ponds. Okay, statement 2 is false, whereas statement 1 is true. Next question. See the statement 1. Sun plays an important role in water cycle. Is it? Yes, the important role is played by sun itself. Because of sunlight only, water evaporates from the water bodies like oceans, rivers, seas, and lakes. From these all, water continuously evaporates and converts into gaseous water vapor. This is happening because of sun itself, and because of sun, uh, season circles, and in the rainy season we get more water. These are happening, isn't it? So this is because of sun itself. Next statement 2. Fresh water is usually unfit for consumption. Is it true? No. Fresh water only we take for consumption. So you can say statement one is true, whereas statement two is false. So the next question, statement one. The problem of water shortage is faced by urban population only. Is it? No. Not only urban people, the people living in the villages also nowadays, they're facing problems with the shortage of water. Not only at one place. Almost all the places people are facing the shortage of water problem. Statement 2. Water shortage is an universal problem. Actually, to say this is correct. It's not one's problem. It is a universal problem. The people from all the places, they're facing this water scarcity because of overpopulation and excess use of water and scanty rainfalls. Because of this all, we are getting problem of water shortage. It is not one's problem, it is universal problem. Okay, what will be correct now? Statement 1 is false, whereas statement 2 is true. Next one, say, let us see here, analytical approach type questions. See the question here. The following diagram that shows a part of water cycle. The process X is known as. So we know water cycle is a process of conversion of water from one form to another form because of atmospheric or natural conditions. See, first of all, if you see from oceans, water converts into water vapor because of sunlight. What happens because of sunlight? Water present in the oceans and dissolve, it starts converting slowly into gaseous form. The conversion of liquid water into water vapor form is called evaporation. So we can say now Y is evaporation, isn't it? The conversion of water from oceans, rivers, seas into water vapor form because of sunlight is called evaporation. Then this water vapor slowly cools down because of cool air at certain places and converts into clouds. This conversion of vapor into cloud is called condensation. So X is now condensation. Here it is. They're asking about now X. So X is condensation, Y is evaporation. They asked here about X only, so it is condensation. Okay. Next question. Two plastic bottles with their bottoms cut are pushed into a trough of water as shown in the figure. Why is the level of water in the bottle A less than the level of water in the bottle B? See, if you observe the diagram once, what happened? They have taken two bottles, yes, with the bottoms cut. Now, for one bottle, if you observe, it is covered with seal. One bottle it is kept open. Now, these two bottles are taken into a trough which is containing water. When they press down, one bottle went into the water and water entered into the bottle, that is B bottle. If you see bottle A, it also entered into the water, but only small quantity of water entered into it. Remaining part of the bottle is being empty. So what is the reason for this? They're asking here. See the options. Water occupies a space in the bottle. Yes, here of course water occupied here the space, but it is not the correct reason. Why water is not entered into the bottle A? For this, it is not the correct answer. Atmospheric pressure in the bottle A is more than that of bottle B. No. Water takes the shape of the container. Of course, it is correct statement only. But here, it is not the correct reason for this question. What is the correct reason? Air occupies space. If you observe, here this bottle is inverted, both the bottles are inverted and they contain air in them. When pushed into the water, this bottle contains open end, so air escapes out and water entering into this. Whereas the bottle A, if you observe, it has air, but it has no outlet for this air to escape out. So it is inside itself. That is why water cannot enter further because here already This place is occupied by air. From this we can say air occupies space. That is why water is not able to enter into bottle A as it is being closed. That air cannot escape outside. So it is still present in the bottle. So water further it is not able to enter. Okay. So this from this experiment we can prove that what air occupies space. You might have seen this experiment earlier too. So what happens if you tilt the bottle, if you bend it down, immediately air bubbles out and then water enters into the bottle. From this we can say air occupies space. Okay, this is about practice sheet 2 on the water chapter. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel Aims Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates on recorded videos.